Wonderful good day, ladies and gentlemen, to the corporate update of Uranium Energy Corporation at Commodity TV. Uranium is in focus, especially if sanctions against Russian, Kazakh and Uzbek uranium are imposed in the near future. We suspect that the US will follow a similar path in uranium as it did in oil, namely to focus on its own production capabilities instead of importing. This should be a massive boost for uranium companies like UEC. UEC has just announced that it has completed the ramp-up program for the Christensen Ranch ISR project in Wyoming. This is another big step toward uranium production ramp-up in 2024. With increasing demand for uranium from stable geopolitical areas and US national security goals, the supply and demand imbalance, along with pending legislation to ban Russian uranium imports into the USA, are translating into rising uranium prices that have accelerated UEC's production readiness program. UEC acquired Uranium One Americas from Russia's state nuclear energy company Rosatom in December 2021. The return of the assets to US ownership was a transformative acquisition for UEC, positioning the company as the largest fully licensed low-cost ISR project resource base of any US-based producer. The acquired US portfolio was built beginning in 2007 with the acquisition of Energy Metals Corp and later Kogema Resources. The anchor is the Irigaray Central Processing Plant, the CPP, and includes over 20 uranium projects, 100,000 acres of land and 4 fully permitted ISR projects. These assets include the Christensen Ranch ISR operation, which, along with the early Irigaray production, produced over 6 million pounds of uranium before being placed on a maintenance and repair status in 2018. During this period, key production infrastructure, including the wells and satellite ion exchange facility, were maintained and are now being upgraded and refurbished to enable a rapid restart. Uranium recovered at Christensen Ranch is processed at UEC's Irigaray power plant. Irigaray CPP is the centerpiece of the company's Wyoming ISR hub-and-spoke operations and was originally built by Westinghouse Electric from the US. Irigaray is one of the largest uranium CPPs in the US, licensed to produce 2.5 million pounds of uranium per year, with licensed capacity to be increased to 4 million pounds per year. Each pit unit at Christensen typically contains 600 to 800 injection and recovery holes, depending on the configuration of the ore body, with each module averaging 90 to 100 injection and recovery holes. This configuration allows for great flexibility in operations. As well, all modules in a mine unit or just one module can be operated, as well as individual wells in each module and any number of modules in the various mine units. UEC has also conducted a series of operational tests in the mine units at Christensen Ranch. Testing was conducted on 2 modules in mine units 8 and 10. To establish the operating parameters for each mine unit. UEC commissioned these modules by circulating recovered mining solutions to test the injection and recovery systems, adding oxygen and carbon dioxide to the injection stream at varying rates during the tests. This work will allow UEC to quickly resume operations in the existing and partially mined areas of mining units 7, 8 and 10. The drilling and well installation program for modules 10.7 and 10.8 consists of the completion of 180 production and injection wells and is scheduled to begin in August this year. Although not required for initial startup, these new well modules will be installed and available for production ramp-up to meet production requirements. Incredibly, there are still 34.8 million shares sold short in UEC. In my opinion, this is playing with fire. Because if the US imposes an import ban on Eastern European uranium, promotes domestic uranium mining and at the same time has to buy on the world market and continues to contract, then the price of uranium is likely to continue to rise and the risk of coverage is becoming greater. The chart is building an uptrend in the reversal formation and we see a first price target at $4.5 US. After that, $6.5 US should be next. And in the longer term, but also with a short squeeze, prices of over $10 US could be in it. If the uranium price goes above $100 per pound, we can also imagine prices north of $15 US for the UEC share. If you're looking for a uranium investment, UEC is the right choice to my thinking. Please note the disclaimer that appears now. The stock discussed is part of the SRC Mining Special Situation Certificate and of course I'm a shareholder in the company. Thanks for watching us and bye bye from Switzerland.